Hey YouTube, Blastoise Rules here today, and I've got Flea Market Pickups Season 2, Episode 2 from this past Sunday, so I'd love to share with you what I picked up. Um, we'll start here with, I got two cases to something. I wanted to buy this off of somebody, but the disc wasn't in it. She thinks that her kids forgot it at home. So it's the case for Tiny Toons The Great Beanstalk. She wanted $2 for it, but without the game. I just asked if I could have the case, and she said yes. So hopefully I can find the game somewhere. I'm guessing it goes for quite a bit more than $2. And then Lilo and Stitch DVD. No DVD in here. She had it, but the disc was cracked. So I asked her if I could have the case. It really sucks because I really wanted the movie. She was only asking $1, and with a cracked disc, there was no chance of it working. So, um, the first pickup of my entire day, though, as you can see today, it's rainy though. It's Tuesday now, so this was a couple days ago. My cat's whining in the background. I can't do anything about it, so um, sorry about that. But I came up to one vendor. He was asking $3 a piece on some games. We got Parasite Eve on the PS1. No instruction manual, but it does have the collector's edition demo CD, which I did not have the actual CD for this. But there's disc 2 and disc 1 without a manual. So this game easily is probably, I don't know recently what it's going for. I would think it's at least 20 plus though. So that was an awesome find. Resident Evil 4, PS2, no manual. Some of these discs have scratches on them, but I can resurface them. And Final Fantasy Anthology. It's supposed to come with 5 and 6. You can see there is no disc for 6, though, which sucks. But on the positive note, there was some extras actually included in here, which I opened this up, I saw these, I was like, hell yeah, I'm buying this. So I'll show those in a second. But there's a... Oh, I guess that is 6. So it doesn't have Final Fantasy 5. But this is what else that was in the case. We got some disc onlys. Final Fantasy Tactics 10, 12. I guess this is a demo, so whatever. And Dragon Quest 8. So that was pretty incredible. These discs were inside the case. Like I said, there are scratches on them, but I can resurface them. I do have all of these already, of these ones, so I will likely end up trading or selling these away. But I got all those for $8, which is a pretty awesome steal, because I can tell you right now, Tactics alone goes for that much, so... Next, so all this stuff, I got video games, I got movies, which are DVDs, and some CDs as well. Got a couple CDs here I'll start off with next. We have Three Doors Down, The Better Life album. I like the band, so I picked that up. This says Kryptonite on it. That was only $1 as well. I got quite a few CDs. You'll see more later after this one because they were in like a lot deal. Outcast, Speaker Box, The Love Below. No case on it, but that was $1 as well from a different vendor. Let's get into the movies here. I found one vendor who had probably 15 DVDs, mostly crap except for a few here. She was only asking. She was doing four for $1, which is a quarter a piece. So I'm wondering, what I missed on that she had probably. Um, so I got four movies here for $1. We got Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li. I picked the good ones. That actually has a anime DVD as well, which is awesome. I'm gonna be watching that. The Players Club with Ice Cube. I think that's Jamie Foxx as well, I believe, and trying to think of the other guy's name. This is the movie that in here that I actually like. This is actually a really funny movie. It's called Euro Trip. It's basically sort of like old school and what's the other one? Oh, Road Trip. It says it up top. But this is a really funny movie. I have it on my computer somewhere, but love having the actual discs to them. And Fire and Ice. This one just looked interesting. It's probably a movie my mom would watch. I'll probably watch it once. It's probably not my kind of movie, but for a quarter a piece, that was a steal for $1 there for the four of them. Then I've got another 7 DVDs here. These were $1 a piece. We have Friday After Next. It's an Ice Cube movie. It also has Mike Epps. He's funny as hell. One disc. Supposed to have two, but I'm pretty sure one was like widescreen and one was full screen. So I'm gonna enjoy watching that. We got Final Destination 2, which I believe was the one that I was missing. So we got that right there. Awesome for $1. Really love these movies. They're pretty crazy, but Resident Evil Afterlife. I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. The games especially being my favorite video games ever released. The PS1 versions especially, like 2 and 3 were my two favorites. But I got that here. That was a fantastic deal. I mean, I don't even know what this would still cost you to buy. Probably $10 at least. So for $1, that's awesome. I think I already have it though. So obviously I'll probably flip it. Black Hawk Down. Fantastic movie. Don't own it. I was gonna buy it, and I found it at the flea market instead, so I didn't have to spend the $5 to buy it. Got it for $1 instead. G-Force. This looks really funny. It's a Walt Disney movie. I have not seen it though, so fantastic finding Walt Disney movies for $1. I'll buy every single one I can for $1. That's a Walt Disney movie. I got Finding Nemo, guys. I have this on VHS, but I did not have the DVD for it, and so happy that I did find it for $1 as well. It has one disc as well. It was a 2-disc set. There's a widescreen and a full screen disc, so this is full screen. I'm thinking the guy kept the other version of the movie. Still, it is the full movie. Awesome for $1. Fantastic deal right there. And 8mm. This is a really good movie too, as well, with Nicolas Cage in it. It's a very, let's say, dirty movie, I guess. Don't really want to talk about it with, kids who watch some of my videos. There's a missing girl. I guess she ends up dying, but it was based on, she was in the porn industry or something. So, it's interesting. There are 2 separate movies of that. There's a second one. I don't have that yet either. But for $1, I was happy to find it. I've actually been wanting to pick it up. Next, we'll get into all the games, and we'll end with CDs. So, Grand Theft Auto 2. PlayStation 1. The disc is pretty flawless. There's only a couple tiny scratches on it. He was asking $2. I gave him $1 for it. I'm easily going to flip this. The condition of the disc, I could probably get at least 10 for it. So, that's a nice find. And then we have a sealed copy of Saint on the Nintendo Wii. Brand new. Guy was asking $5. I got it for $3. I paid him for it. I'm going to keep it sealed. I have it unsealed. It's missing the manual, but I now have a sealed copy. I do my best to get as many sealed copies of games as I can, especially when I get them on the cheap. So that's probably worth a good $15 or $20, I would think. Let's see here. So there is a guy who owns a video rental store that also does like games on the side. I guess he comes to the flea market every week. He drives about an hour to come, and he brings all his tons of old school stuff. Usually it's a lot of sports games because he doesn't get it traded in much anymore. But he gave me a pretty awesome deal on this stuff, so I'm gonna go through and show you what I got off him. We got Crash Super Pack on the Game Boy Advance cartridge. You can see the prices he was originally asking on these, which still $4 on that I think is really cheap. It's probably a $10 game. Madden NFL 94. These sports titles, I went through and I grabbed all the ones with nice labels on them, so I got the really nice condition ones. He was asking $1 on it. John Madden Football 93, asking $1 on it as well. Super Bases Loaded 3, License to Steal. He was asking $4. Price Charts, I think, has this one at $5, and I did not have it. There are some like rental stickers on it and stuff. And Madden 97, which is another one that I did not have. He was asking $2 on it, and I think this one, price charting wise, goes for about $4, maybe $5 if I'm lucky. But these two I'm definitely going to keep. I didn't have them yet. And these two, I'm going to check the conditions on the other ones in my collection, and if these are better, keep these, and then switch the others out. But I got these 5 games for $7. I made them an offer. They came out to 12. He ended up taking it. I was like, they're all sports games minus the Crash. I'm like, could you swing $7 on him? He's like, you know what, sure. So that's sweet. I think I'm gonna end up probably buy him out of the a ton of other old stuff. Just cause I mean I guarantee you he'll give me a fantastic deal on it. He brings like Wii, PS3, and 360 games as well. He does, I think, 8 a piece or 2 for $12 on those 3 systems. He has like the Sly collection on PS3 in there. I want it, but really didn't want to pay that much for it. I did get a copy of Monopoly on the N64. This is a fantastic condition card. Hardly no scratches even on the label. Got this from another vendor for $1. He just had 2 random games. He had this in the WCW Black Cart wrestling game. I should have probably picked them both up. I wasn't thinking. I think the other one goes for about $5, but this one I'm not sure what it goes for. I would think it's at least 5, maybe 10. So I'm gonna check the condition on one of my collection. This one's probably better. So we have that in really nice condition for $1. We have 2 last games and I think like 7 CDs left. Oh, actually, and then we got a system as well as some games too that I forgot about. So we got Sonic Rush Adventure on the DS. complete in box, and Sonic Colors on the DS, complete in box. Wanted both of these. I like Sonic games. Obviously, these go for more than I paid for them. Those, I don't know what they go for right now, but I can tell you, I got them for $7 for the pair. I went up to him. He's a normal guy who I buy from. He owns a shop, I guess, of some sort, maybe like a pawn shop or something where he just flips stuff that people bring him. And he said games start at $3. I get a ton of games off for 2 to 3 a piece. He said, there's Sonic games, they're gonna be more. He's like $4 each. I'm like, could you do 7 for the two? He's like, sure. So that was sweet. Definitely a nice find there. And then actually, when I was walking away, I saw that he had some CDs as well. I think he has DVDs too that I'm gonna end up going back to next week and going through. Um, but he's got a ton of CDs. I ended up picking out 7. There's probably a few more he has that I want. He only wanted 50 cents a piece on these. This is Crazy Town. You ever hear the song Butterfly? It is on this CD. Really good song. I got some rap in here as well. We got Soulja Boy, the DeAndre Way. They're 50 cents a piece. I mean, I don't know, like, how he makes money with how cheap he sells stuff for. I got Jason Derulo, which I like him as an artist. I like some songs better than others. This is the one that has What You Say, Riding Solo, and In My Head on it. It's a good CD. Justin Timberlake, the 2020 Experience. You can see a lot of these still have, the sticker, like somebody bought them, just threw them in their CD player once and never touched them again. That has, I don't even know if, oh, it has Suit and Tie on it, okay. Yeah, I don't know if I know any of those other songs on this other than Mirrors. But this is actually a pretty new CD still. So this is pretty insane that I got this for 50 cents. We have 303, Streets of Gold. On here, you got My First Kiss with Kesha, Deja Vu, and Double Vision. Very interesting group. Those are basically the only 3 songs I like on there. But we have Danity Kane. This group ended up breaking up after, I think, releasing 2 CDs. The girls didn't get along, I suppose. It's got a few good songs on it, though, like Showstopper, and there are a couple more, I think, that I like. But one of these girls got re-signed. I think it was her to Diddy's label. And we got Flow Rida. Only One Flow Part 1. This CD has, I hate that song, Turn Around 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who Dat Girl with Akon, that's a great song. I really like Respirator as well. It's not a single, but it's a really awesome song. And Club Can't Handle Me. So yeah, those 7 CDs, I was asking 50 cents a piece. I gave him $3. It was the same seller as the Sonics. I didn't want to get change back. 50 cents is annoying. So he took it. Last seller here. Get these out of the way. Was a guy who, I think it's his son, was selling a Nintendo 64. regular controller pack, no expansion pack, no controller with it. But you can see that, if I can show this, it does have the cords, the power cord and AV cables. This was a fantastic price, even with no controller. He was asking 20. I told him I'd give him 15 and 5 for something else that I'll show you in a minute. So for a total of 20, I got these for. But that's a steal. Nintendo 64s now go for, with a controller, about $50. So, take 5 or 10 off for the controller, and still, I got it for about a third of what it would go for. And he said it works, so it just needs to be cleaned, and I'll test it. I'll end up probably flipping it since I have so many Nintendo 64s, but the prices on them just have been skyrocketing. It's not even funny. So, as you can see here, we got some discs. This is the other thing I got off him. These were from the father, I believe, and then the Nintendo 64 was the son. We got Grand Theft Auto Vice City, PS2, Final Fantasy VII. It's not complete. I do have disc 1 and disc, I think, 3 here, if I can get through this. Yeah, 1 and 3. Still insane. I mean, that Final Fantasy VII disc 1 alone is like $10, and I'm maybe 15. I might be able to get 10 out of this one. So I'm going to end up throwing those for sale, since I don't think I have any of the other discs that go with it. Final Fantasy IX, we got disc 2 and disc 3. Parasite Eve 2, another big one. This is disc 1, I guess. I thought it was disc 2. I don't know if there's that disc 1 or 2. Anybody know? I can't read it. It looks like a 1, but I'm not positive. This game's expensive as hell as well. It's like a $40 game, so even though it's only one disc, I can get a ton of money back for that. We do have a PS3 game, The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. I think I already have this on the system, so that will likely be up for sale. Arcade Party Pack on the PS1. Namco Museum on the PS2, which is a game I've been wanting to get. I might have the case for that already as well. There's a total of 20 discs here, so I got them for a quarter a piece. We have Devil May Cry on the PS2. I think I have the case for that as well. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 on the PS1. I already have a ton of these, but whatever. He wouldn't split any of these up. He's like, you gotta take them all. I'm like, fine. ATV Off-Road Fury on the PS2. Madden 2005 PS2. Just crappy sports game nobody cares about. Another crappy MVP baseball game and another one. NCAA football, blah, blah, blah. NHL 2004. These are games I'd probably sell for a couple bucks a piece. I don't want them or need them. Disc 4 of The Simpsons. Which season? I have no idea. But, cool, I guess, because The Simpsons is a sweet show, so I think this probably has 4 or 5 episodes on it. I'm going to watch that. And Dead Space Downfall. It's the animated movie. So, actually, I wanted this as well. At the same day I got this, I saw it in the case. Guy was asking $2 on it. I ended up passing because I got this one, but still fantastic. I'm going to watch that. It's probably going to be great. So, overall, I thought this was pretty fantastic, guys. Spent less money than last week. Was trying, to save more money. I ended up spending $60 total. And I don't know. You guys tell me how much you think I walked away with. Remember, there's like 4 other games in that Final Fantasy case. Pretty sweet. I'd say there's at least a couple $100 worth of stuff here, maybe more. Probably more since the N64 alone would be around 40 or 45. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for next week's flea market video, as long as it doesn't rain, and hopefully I'll find some more good stuff. And also Pokemon, the newest set, Roaring Skies, I believe it's called, with Rayquaza, drops tomorrow. So I'm gonna go out, see if I can find some packs. So stay tuned for that. Bye, guys. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Have a great day. Peace.